MJ Movie Reviews back again with an on-the-fly trailer reaction. I don't really do these that much, but I had to speak my words on this. I just saw the trailer for Hobbs and Shaw starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Jason the Transporter, the Expendables, Statham. Oh man, I tell you, these guys, man, I don't know how they're pulling this off, but The Rock will hit a lag. He gets out the hole, and Jason Statham has hit a couple lags. You know, seeing as how The Mechanic had a really good first remake. The sequel I didn't care for. The Expendables movies, mediocre first movie with an awesome finale. A second movie that had miniature sprinkles of awesomeness but misguided, and then a horrible third movie. So then the Transporter series, you know, the first movie was alright, and the second and third were blah. You know, so Jason Statham has kind of had some ups and downs, but he managed to get out the hole. But let me tell you, this Hobbs and Shaw trailer, the Fast and Furious movies, one I liked when it came out, never expected it to be what it be. I like two, it's stupid and goofy. I like the chemistry between Paul Walker, Tyrese. I actually like Tokyo Drift just because of the cars. 4 I liked, but haven't rewatched it. 5, Fast 5 is, honestly, at this point, we all have to admit, Fast 5 is the entire franchise. Fast 5 is great. Fast 6 is good. Fast 7 was good. Fast 8, I did not like. I did not like the Fate of Furious at all. I did not like that movie. On the Hobbs and Shaw, I'm in. I'm in, and I'm in. And I will tell you all why. First of all, being a child of the 80s, obviously I grew up on this thing behind me. Well, that's a 90s crime drama movie. But you guys have kind of seen, you guys know what I like who watch my channel. I like old school 80s, 90s action. And I'm okay with the blend of the two, which is kind of what Fast 5 was a little bit. I think kind of Fast 7 and Fast 8 kind of got more into the strictly CGI. But this harkens back to, and I'm pretty sure it has a lot to do with The Rock Johnson, because I've listened to movies that The Rock is the fans of. And The Rock is in his 40s, so he grew up on Arnold and Stallone and Van Damme. He grew up on all those cats from back in the day. So I think, I'm assuming that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has some creative input, but I got tons of references to it. Really, in particular, I think this trailer reminded me of Tango and Cash, being the fact that out of the buddy cop movies of the 80s, which Hobbs and Shaw is basically harkening back to, obviously the pinnacle, the high class version of the buddy cop movie from the 80s is obviously Lethal Weapon. The Lethal Weapon, at least the first 2 movies. I'd even say a little bit of 3. 4 was just kind of just a committee movie, and they just wanted to throw one last one out there. But really, Lethal Weapon 1 is the high-class buddy movie. 48 Hours, I would definitely kind of, I wouldn't say high class because of its politically incorrect content, but I'd definitely say an originator and a very fun template for the buddy cop movie. 48 Hours 1, and you know, Tango and Cash was kind of more of the later mediocre half. And I love Tango and Cash. It's stupid. It's crazy. It's just goofy, dumb. Doesn't make any sense. That's fine. I love Tango and Cash. And I think Hobbs and Shaw is more hearkening to Tango and Cash, meaning this is brainless. It's totally illogical, but we're gonna have fun with it. And what I love is there was a lot of back and forth banter. That's the buddy cop movie of the 80s and the 90s. A lot of back and forth buddy cop. There's a torture scene. That torture scene is straight out of Tango and Cash and Showdown in Little Tokyo. And I don't know if Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, I'm pretty sure The Rock has seen Showdown in Little Tokyo. And I know he's probably seen Tango and Cash. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe that was some of his creative input. This is just me guessing. But they got a torture scene. We haven't seen a torture scene of the good guys in a long time. And what I love in the previews is there's the back and forth banter. There's the torture scene. Cool bad guy, Idris Elba. I love Idris Elba. He's just fantastic. Idris Elba and Mahershala Ali. I think these brothers are like the when Wesley Snipes and Denzel were kind of at their early '90s character, sexy leading man status. Mahershala Ali and Idris Elba are taking their place for this day and age. These brothers are fantastic, and I'm happy that I love Idris Elba. I think he's great, and he looks like he's having fun, bringing a little bit of clash to it. And I like that there's some practical action, fisticuffs, because you got The Rock doing just brute strength action, and it looks like Statham is bringing his swift, athletic, kind of little bit of karate, swimmer athleticism to it, a little bit of finesse, and slamming their heads in the walls. I'm in. Sign me up. And then they throw in a little bit of Fast and the Furious, and obviously, they're not going to do it like they did back in the 80s and the 90s where they actually throw trucks through the airs or Road Warrior style. It would be nice if they could do that, but I don't know if insurance companies and movie studios let them do that anymore, because it's just, especially the Road Warrior, with my man doing that one, they wouldn't dare do that now. But they do mix a little bit of the CGI over-the-top Fast and the Furious, and there's some good fisticuff in it. And you know what? For a while there, I was pretty resilient to not seeing. I wanted it strictly to be like Stallone was trying to do with Expendables 1, where it's just strictly practical action. But you know what? I have to be realistic with my expectations. Those times are over. A lot of the reason those movies were made like that was because the technology that we have now just didn't exist back in those days. So they had to do it in camera. There was a lot of people who sustained a lot of injuries, and even a lot of deaths. A lot of people died on a lot of the movies that we love for this stuff. So they can't do movies like they used to back in the more. It's too dangerous. But it looks like it'll be dumb fun, and it looks like it has a good balance of both of the practical action with the CGI stuff. We just have to accept that that's just the way they make movies now, and I'm fine with that. And also, too, if I want to go see practical action, I'll just pull out Commando or Avenging Force or Tango and Cash or Cobra or Cyborg or I Come in Peace or Rapid Fire out of my stack here, and I can look at that. So I'm in. It just looks like it's going to be dumb, retro, fun, and I like the chemistry between the Rock and Jason Statham. Obviously, it could never reach Eddie Murphy and Nolte and Gibson and Glover or Russell and Stallone. It could never reach that height, and that's okay. It's not supposed to. It's just meant to be a tip of the hat to those guys, and this is their own thing. So I'm in. It looks like dumb fun. I'm completely amped for it. I know it says it's a summer release, and I'm so happy now that they're doing these kind of movies in the summertime. Obviously, it's not gonna be hardcore R. I didn't see a rating, but it's not gonna be R rated. But that's okay. That's okay. They just don't make movies like that anymore, and I'm fine with that. Like I said, if I want to watch a movie like that, I can go right back in this stack over here. So, but I'm fine. Sign me up. I'm amped. I'm amped, and amped. Sign me up. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video. Don't forget to hit the little ring-ding-ding-a-ling-ding bell and leave comments down below about Hobbs and Shaw. RMJ Movie Reviews. I will see you guys soon.